Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Saturday, I hope you're all having the most amazing day ever so far and thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been a couple of weeks since my last upload, so I'd first of all like to apologise for that. I have been on holiday and I didn't pre-record any videos as planned, so unfortunately I missed last week's upload, so I do apologise for that, but we are back and we are building in Sequoia. Now we're building a little bit of a different house today. We're building like a one-story sort of modern contemporary family home. And the reason that we're doing this is because OshinSims, who I'll link all their details down below. If you do not know who OshinSims is, she is an incredible Let's Play YouTuber. Well, she does everything really, she does a bit of building, but most of her content is Let's Plays and her Let's Plays are absolutely fantastic. And she approached me and said, I need a house for one of my families for my Lovesick series. And I was like, okay, absolutely, yeah, I can do that for you. What do you need? And she basically described this house. It needed to have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It needed to have an office space for the mum, and it needed to be this lovely, like, modern contemporary vibe, and which is not normally the vibe that I tend to go for or gravitate towards when I build. So this I took on as a little bit of a challenge because I was like, I was getting in a bit of a rut, not a rut, but like a bit of a routine, and a sort of like I was in this comfortable zone of building these family homes, and I thought, do you know what, this is kind of perfect. I love creating houses for specific families, and when someone goes into as much detail as Oshin did, I was like, it made it so much easier for me. So this is what I ended up coming up with. Now, she already pre-warned me a little bit that she will probably be going in and making some changes because she does use a lot of custom content in her Let's Play, in her builds. And I said, that's absolutely fine. You turn this into whatever you need. Whatever you need. So essentially this build is available for public download too, because I figured, well, we both figured that you guys might have some use for this too. It's a 3-bedroom family home, and it's specifically designed for the characters from the Lovesick series. However, it can be easily customized. So this is it. This is the house. And as I was saying, I don't normally go for these modern homes, but so it was a little bit of a challenge for me. This is actually my second or third attempt at this particular house. Now, I knew that I wanted to build on this lot in Sequoia because I haven't actually built on this lot as of yet. And I also figured that this family, because it's a mum and her 2 teen daughters, I didn't really think that they needed much of a back garden space. There is a little bit of a back garden space. There's like a seating area, there's a barbecue, but they don't need like a lot of room to run around. They don't need a swing set. They don't need the monkey bars or anything like that. They're very much a sort of well-to-do, more grown-up family, and so this is exactly why I created this house here. I've also been absolutely itching to use these beautiful sort of triangular windows from the Growing Together pack. So I'm so excited that I actually got to use them in this house finally. It's only been like, what, 2 months since Growing Together came out, and I'm finally using these windows. And it's really funny actually because I had to look up a tutorial. I think it was on YouTube or TikTok, YouTube Shorts or TikTok, on how to use these triangular windows because it's not as easy as you might think. So I'm not going to go ahead and explain it because me and explaining things doesn't really go. So we are currently working on the exterior structure here. The color scheme came together pretty easily because Oshin did sort of explain to me that she wanted like this black sort of modern vibe with hints of brown and stone. So I was like, yeah, absolutely, I can do that for the exterior because it's not a color scheme that I tend to, again, gravitate towards or really sort of explore. So it was super exciting for me to be able to create this, and I'm going to be honest, I'm getting a little bit of an itch to do some more modern homes. So if you would like to see me do some more modern houses on the channel, then please let me know. Also, please let me know what you want us to do for our next on-camera video. What I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm trying to do 2 or 3 speed builds, and for every 2 or 3 speed builds that I upload then a face cam real-time build, just so that I can keep things fresh and fun and interesting for me and also for you too. So if you've got any ideas, I've got some ideas running in my head, but I don't want to like spoil anything because I've literally got a list on my now iPad. I used to have them on my phone, but I've now transferred everything over onto my iPad in terms of YouTube ideas, etc. So I do have a list of builds, etc. that I want to try and explore, or build challenges that I want to try and do. I also want to try and start a Let's Play series, which I was going to do when Growing Together first came out, but I just never got round to it because I was too immersed in the building, the family houses and stuff. So I've got a lot of ideas. And I'm hoping, well, I'll be getting back onto my at least 2 or 3 videos a week. 2 or 3? What am I talking about? 1 or 2? 1 or 2 videos a week schedule now that I am back from holiday. So anyway, yes, the landscaping and the exterior structure is pretty much almost done. Now, me being me, and me being like, I'll normally build these sort of suburban family houses. I think with your landscaping, you can go a little bit more unkempt and just, you can do more with it. However, with modern homes, I feel like if you do sort of unkempt landscaping, it doesn't really fit with the vibe of the house. So I really had to dial that back. And it's the same with the clutter on the inside too. I really had to turn that back. So this is quite challenging for me, really. I do manage to squeeze in 2 bathrooms. One is an ensuite from the main bedroom, and then the other one is a main bathroom. Just like you literally walk in, and then the door in front of you is the main bathroom. To the left, you've got the 2 teen rooms, and then we've got to the right hand side here, we've got an open plan kitchen, dining, living space with the main bedroom just on the back here. So it worked out really well. And then I ended up turning the garage into a working office space because Ocean did say to me that the mum does work from home. So I was like, well, I can do this garage space, and maybe they've half converted it, and that's what's used as the home office. So it actually worked out really well. Now, going back to the colour scheme that Ocean suggested for me, she was like, I kind of want like this black vibe with these warm wood tones. And so I thought, ooh, this is going to be challenging, considering that we're going for more of a modern vibe here. This is so not my sort of style of interior decoration in The Sims. So it was kind of challenging for me to do this. However, I think I pulled it off. I do tweak some things off camera as well because I was really fussy with this build. I think because I knew that it was going to be used in a Let's Play series and I wanted it to be perfect, although I knew that there were going to be changes made, which is absolutely fine. I still wanted it to be kind of sort of perfect. Not that I don't ever want my houses to be perfect, but given that this is potentially going to be on camera, I was like, yeah, I need to get this right. I need to absolutely nail this style. So you can see me here. I'm going through a few different ideas. I'm trying these new tiles from Growing Together, which I end up actually removing, I think. What do I end up doing with these tiles? Do we go brown and do we keep it? I'm thinking not. I think I actually end up changing these to the stone from Growing Together instead, because I just thought it worked a little bit better with the whole vibe. And as I said, this whole area is open plan. So the kitchen, dining, living area is all open plan, which is absolutely perfect for gameplay too. So I think it just works all around, really. Again, I don't clutter up the counters as much as I normally would because obviously with it being more of a modern contemporary vibe, I couldn't really do that because then it kind of defeats the purpose. If you sort of Google modern contemporary vibe, it's not overly cluttered. It's very dialed back and it's sort of minimalistic. I know that's a whole different vibe. It's more minimalistic than, say, my normal sort of building style, or what I would class as my normal building style. This is where the dining area goes. So I figured, because there's just a family of 3 here, I figured that a 4-seater dining table would work really well just in front of this nice big window here too. I think that works really well. And then I also ended up not putting curtains on all of the windows. Now, that might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but for me, that's a big deal. Normally, I'll be like, yeah, let's put curtains here, there, and everywhere. And then I figured that's just not really gonna work this time. So is the living area. This is my second attempt at this because I really struggled with the sort of the black furniture and the white accents and the sort of dark brown, the wood accents. I'm also really out of touch with my voiceovers. I don't know if that's coming across in this one. I feel like because I haven't done it for a couple of weeks, I'm a bit like, so what's going on? So this is my second or third attempt. I can't quite remember. And I'm not entirely like 100% sold on this area, but it's mainly because of the shape of it. I feel like I could have popped out the front just 1 square more to add some more space, but I ended up not doing that. So I was working with what I had. Okay, so I ended up building like this sort of like DIY entertainment center, and I do swap out the TV for one that's more flush to the wall because that one sticks out just a little bit too far for me. So I believe I got one from the hidden menu, the unlock menu. See, this is what I mean. I feel like I haven't played The Sims for weeks, and now I'm like completely out of touch with what's going on. I need to get back into my groove. I really, really, really do. I'll probably work on another build either tonight or tomorrow, just so that I can keep on top of things. Anyway, not that I don't like the living area, because I really, really do. And now that I've moved the fireplace from the Eco Lifestyle Pack just on the wall, sort of over here, you can see it. I don't know why I'm trying to explain where it is when you can actually see where it is. But it's just over there on the wall, and I think that opened up the space a little bit more and just made it so that I could actually fit a television in here, because on my first attempt of this I didn't even put a television in, and I was like, whoa, hold on a minute, what? There are certain instances where I don't put a TV in a living room, but it's very few and far between, and there's normally a reason for it. There was no reason for me not to add a television in this living space, so I was like, I need to rejig some stuff to actually be able to fit this in. And again, like when I see a blank wall space, I'm like, okay, well I've got to fill this with stuff. Whereas when you are doing the more modern builds, you really have to try and come away from that, because that's not the vibe. It's just not the vibe of a more modern build. So this was so challenging for me. However, I had such a blast with it because me and Ocean were keeping in constant communication throughout the entire process. I was sending screenshots of the exterior, the interior as I was going along. And then she sent me some videos of her Lovesick series to watch. I have seen some episodes already, but there's certain ones that I haven't seen. So I said, you know, I need to sort of get to know these Sims a little bit more so that I can build this house that's designed specifically for them. And she was very kind enough to send me over these links to some of these videos. And she was explaining that one of the teens is wanting to be a doctor, and she is like really popular at school. She wants to be a cheerleader. She loves pastel colors. And then the other teen, she's really into sports, and she likes like blue and purple and green and more bold colors like black and accents of black. And it was just really, really cool to be able to do like these opposite bedrooms for Sims that I felt like I knew. And again, if you do want to download this house, these changes are very, very easily, if you need to make any changes to any of my builds, you know that you are more than welcome. But this house is designed for a specific family, so if you do need to make any changes, then you can. Now, the main bedroom isn't, I would say, specifically designed for the main character. I was just trying to keep it sort of matching to the rest of the house. But the teen rooms, unless you have Sims that specifically like these colours or these activities, then you may need to just do some adjustments. But I don't think that's too big of a deal at all. And I think, considering this is a 1-story house on a 30 by 20 lot, I think the fact that we actually managed to fit in 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and also an outside office space, I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, really. So if you've got like more than 3 or 4 Sims, you can definitely fit them in. We've got bunk beds, and the teen rooms are actually quite big as well, so you can put twin beds in there. The house is very, very versatile, so whatever you need to do, you go ahead and do. Now, the main bedroom here, I do make some changes off camera because I end up adding a vanity table on camera here, but then while I was looking at it, I was like, this just doesn't seem right. So I do remove that and I put a wardrobe in instead. It just made it look a lot cleaner. It made it look a lot simpler, and it was just more in keeping with the tone and the vibe of the rest of the house. So I do end up putting a wardrobe in here, and then I was like, oh no, I want to put a vanity in here. And then for some reason I put the vanity in, and then I started cluttering it up, and I'm like, I don't like how this looks at all. So I end up on camera removing this and putting that wardrobe back in. So that's just worth noting too. And it's also really funny as well, because while I was watching the Lovesick series, I noticed that they have a cat called Stormy. So I messaged Ocean and I was like, do they still have this cat? And she said, yes, they do. So I had every intention of adding some cat stuff. So a litter tray, some cat toys, a pet bowl in the kitchen. And then I completely forgot. I got far too into the teen rooms and the office space outside, and I just completely forgot. So I messaged her and I was like, I'm really sorry, I forgot the cat bowl. So you'll have to pop that in, Oshin. I do apologise. So this is the first teen room. This is for the teen who is loves the pastel colours. She's a cheerleader. She wants to be a doctor. She wants to go into higher education, and she loves like these beautiful sort of like warm pastel-y bright colours. So I had a lot of fun with this because I think when I do teen rooms, this is the colour palette that I tend to gravitate towards anyway, so this was super comfortable for me. The other room, on the other hand, is slightly more mismatched. It's slightly messier as well, because Oshin did mention that the other teen was slightly messier than this one. So it was just kind of cool learning the different personalities of the Sims. So anyway, yes. So as you can see, the rooms themselves are actually quite big. Now, what I could have absolutely done in here is I could have given these girls their own ensuite each. And I don't know why I didn't, because I think it's because we would end up turning this into a 4 bathroom, 3 bedroom house. And I never really like doing more bathrooms than there are bedrooms. I don't ever really feel or see the need for that. So I just figured it was much better use of space to sort of add some dressers, and then in the other room, that's where her gaming area is, because Oshin mentioned that the other teen might be starting to get into gaming. So she's got a gaming PC and an office desk in there and everything. So I was like, yeah, I could just throw that in there, I guess. So I had a lot of fun with this room, and it came together really easily and really quickly. So then the last thing I had is like this little guitar. I think it's from the outdoor retreat pack. I just thought it was a nice little addition, and maybe that Sim just likes to kind of maybe play the guitar sometimes. So this is the other room. I'm obsessed with the fact that this colour scheme is kind of all over the place. Nothing really matches. I mean, it kind of does, but kind of doesn't. And I absolutely love that about this bedroom. I think it looks fantastic. And I absolutely realise that changes will be made to this, so don't worry. I was just thinking, I don't have custom content in my game. Build and buy custom content anyway, so I couldn't really add any CC, but then I figured it was much easier for Oshin to add her own, because she's an artiste and she will do what she needs to do with this house. I'm absolutely positive, and I can't wait to see what she does. Anyway, I also thought that this was a really good opportunity to use this really cool mirror from the, oh my gosh, which kit is it from? We've had that many. Oh, do you know what? I don't know, and I'm not even going to try and guess. But speaking of kits, I think we're getting to a stage now where we need like a sort of sub part of the kits. So we need to be able to access items per kit and not just buy kits, because I'm getting to the point now where I'm looking for something specific from a particular kit and I can't do it. I know the Better Build and Buy mod allows you to do that, and that's something that I might need to end up downloading unless the Sims team decide to add these subcategories. That's what I was trying to think of, subcategories to the actual kits, because it's driving me insane when I'm building, because I think the kits come with some fantastic items, but if I'm looking for something specific from a particular kit, I want to be able to subcategorize the kits. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting now. I feel like this voiceover is so all over the place, so I'm so sorry. If you have made it this far, then thank you so much. And also, I'm so sorry. So this room is very nearly done. As you can see, it's so cool. It's kind of all over the place, and it's a complete vibe. I absolutely love this bedroom. Now, I don't know why I ended up adding this mirror from the university pack. I think it's because it's got like loads of stickers and stuff on it. I just thought it fit with the vibe of the room. And then I ended up removing that lamp, adding a plant, and then just some sort of storage boxes in the corner here because I felt it fit better with the room. And then this is the final room of the build. This is the converted garage for the mum, and this is going to be her office space, as well as kind of like a storage space as well. There's like some elements of this where the garage is obviously... it's still got some bits from when it was a garage because I felt like that was much more realistic, and I actually really like this space, and it's something that I want to start doing more in my builds. I don't tend to do garages very often, and if I do, they're there for purely decorative purposes, whereas this has an actual purpose. They've come in and the family's decided, look, mum needs an office space, so let's convert the garage, and I absolutely love that idea. So this is the office space. But that's pretty much it for this video. We end up just adding some more decorative pieces and finalizing some other bits. But I really hope you enjoyed this. I will link OshinSims Lovesick series and channel down below if you'd like to go and check everything out. But if you'd like to download this house for yourself, it's available on the gallery. My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share. But thank you so much everyone for joining me here today. You all take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye!